Welcome to the Collective Chat. My name is Kendall Smiley. We have my co-host Jen and my co-host Lee and our awesome guest Stacy Roderick. So we go way back. Not too far back, but it's an interesting dynamic that we met during the fitness industry.
That's right.
So we are both figure competitors, which is in and itself very entertaining, I should say.
It is, to say the least.
But you've been doing it for a little while now.
I have been. It's been 12 years now.
Because I had started in like 2011. That was my first show.
God, I think my first show was in 2007, maybe.
So tell people what figure competitions are like.
So, you know, a lot of people really don't understand what figure competitions are, especially my family when I first started.
That must have been hard.
It was very hard. They couldn't understand why I was doing this crazy diet. But basically figure competitions are, it's a type of bodybuilding. It's not like you would see a female bodybuilder. You're not overly muscular, but you're not like a bikini competitor who's a little bit softer. You have some tone, almost like you see the fitness models in the magazines.
But a little bit more muscles.
A little more muscle.
A little bit more definition.
Right, a little more definition, a little bit more tone. But by no means a bodybuilder that you would see, you know, at the Olympia or anything like that.
Okay.
But you are more muscular than the average woman walking around. And you will get comments. You will ask people ask you, oh, how did you get your arms like that? Or,
you have great arms.
Thank you.
Always been jealous of your arms. They were awesome.
Yeah, well, you as well. I mean, you look fantastic. But yeah, so figure competitions are, I guess if I had to explain it in a nutshell, it would be you have bikini, you have figure, you have physique, and you have bodybuilding. So it's all part of bodybuilding competitions. Bikini is a little bit softer, they're not as muscular. Figure is the next step up where you're a little bit more muscular and very, very toned. And then you have physique, which is more muscle, and then you have bodybuilding, which is more muscle.
Right.
So.
Now, you're a physical therapist.
I am a physical therapist assistant. Yep.
So was that about the same timeline that you started doing it, or have you been a physical therapist assistant?
No, I've been a physical therapist assistant for almost 20 years now.
Okay.
So a very long time.
Okay.
But in my years of clinical practice as a physical therapist assistant, I've come to the realization that if you don't make time to take care of yourself, your body, and to exercise, that you probably have heard people say this before, make time for illness. Because I think there's a huge...
Make time for illness. That's a good one. That's a quotable one. We have to, I think that's a
You don't make
key.
time for fitness, make time for illness. And I not in general, generally speaking. I mean, obviously, you could have other medical conditions and things happen, but if you think about it, if you were to wake up one day and if you were to be told that you had a certain condition or something going on, if your body is strong and healthy, you're better able to fight through it.
Combat it.
Exactly. What got me into being the physical therapist assistant was both my parents had bad backs at a young age. I was 15. I would go to their appointments with them, and I was always into working out, and I played soccer as a kid. Never into the gym, lifting, and that came later, but going and seeing them at their appointments and seeing what they had to do to get stronger, to prevent further injuries, so that kind of got me interested in that. So I started as a physical therapist assistant, was playing soccer up to the age of 35. I'm showing my age here. But
awesome, looking awesome.
Yeah, please don't. I'm dating myself there. But yeah, and then at the age of 35, I said to myself, well, I'm getting older. This soccer is very competitive, which I am competitive by nature, but I was playing with girls that were 18 and 19 years old. And okay, I'm going to hurt myself. So I better find something else to do. So I joined a gym and I started running. And, always was a good runner. Then I said, well, let me add some of those weights in to work, you know, as I get older, to work on increasing my bone density, to help prevent.
Was there anyone at the gym that kind of sparked your interest that you saw that might have been had great body that you might want to lean towards?
A lot of people there, and when I started there, I just kind of did my own thing, and I did see there was a guy that used to go there. His name is Wendell Webb, and he is a professional bodybuilder in the IMBF, and he has been for years. And I always kind of watched him and his wife, who was also in very good shape, and we eventually became friends. And one day he said to me, he said, "Stace, have you ever competed?" And I said, "What do you mean compete? I'm not competing. What are you talking about?" So he said, "No." He goes, "You have the physique." He goes, "You put in the work. You work very hard here." He goes, "And you have the physique to try it."
So you saw your potential.
So I said, "You know, Wendell," I said, I don't think that that's really for me right now. You know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm by nature, I'm a very shy person. I couldn't, you know, get up on stage with a bikini and 5-inch heels. I don't think so. I'm like, okay. So about 6 months went by, and I was, at the time, I was married, and we had gone away to go see a UFC fight, the Ultimate Fighting, which I love. And we went out to Ohio, and at the same time, the Arnold Classic was going on.
Oh,
okay.
So,
what was that?
The Arnold Classic.
It's like the creme de la creme of bodybuilding, fitness, competition.
So, you know, I didn't realize it was going on at the same time, but a lot of competitors were staying at the same hotel we were staying at. So me doing my thing, I always, you know, I think leading a fitness lifestyle, it's a lifestyle, and you add it into your daily routine. And even if I'm away, I make sure I work out, and I do, even if it's a half hour of my day. What's a half hour out of a day? So I got up in the morning and went to the gym. I was working out, and all these girls are down there, and they look orange to me. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with them?
They're both familiar. They've been there. They've seen it.
Like,
between the tanning.
These women have really bad tans, right? So I'm saying to myself, I'm like, oh God, right? So I'm on one of the machines, and one of the girls comes up to me, and she said, "Are you doing the show this weekend?" And I said, "No." I'm like, "You know, what show?" And so she said to me, and I said, "Oh, you know." So that was the second person. She said to me,
"Look at that. You see how it circled right back around to you again."
Right. Wow. And it was really, really weird. So then I said, "Well,
there's nothing weird about that."
Well, yeah. So I said, maybe this was meant to be. Maybe I should try this. So, and the weirdest part about it was that the girl that approached me said, you know, you really should look into competing. You know, you have a great physique. Da da da. I said, "Well, thank you." And she goes, "You know, I'm going to give you my information." And you know, I can't remember her name. It was so long ago. But she happened to live in Boston.
Wow.
And I was in Ohio. And, you know, it's just how it all fell together.
Definitely meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. And so she said, "You know, I train with Kathy Savage." Okay. So I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, let me look into this." So I went home, and for a few months I hem and hawed, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I don't know." So then I did reach out to her. And she directed me towards Kathy. I went to one of her Sunday sessions. And
now, Kathy Savage it's a camp. They have fitness competitors. They have training. They teach you how to eat. They do group exercise, individual, online. They have a place where you could go to, and it's very much a camaraderie. It's all women. I don't think they have any men.
I think
they might have a division now
off to that now. It's been many years. So
she's been doing it for a while, and she is actually one of the contributors to Oxygen magazine.
Oh, okay.
You know, she's from the area, which is also pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember seeing her when we were down at Fox's, one of your competitions.
Yeah,
Kathy Savage's team was there.
And they're full force.
We saw her. We were waiting backstage.
We got to speak to her. And,
I think she's a former Patriots cheerleader too.
I'm not quite sure.
I could be sure. But so she has some background, you know, obviously to start with in the fitness industry, and so she's developed this large camp, fitness camp for women, and I believe now men, but to get started in the competition area. So I went and I checked it out, and I did my very first show. It was in New Hampshire, and I remember going to the show, not having a clue. I was so afraid, and I got my suit and this and that, and I get there, and I'm not tanned.
Oh no!
They look at me, my team captain. They're like, I'm like I am right now. Just like, where's your tan? And I'm like, oh, I have to be tanned. So they're scrambling. They're putting the pro tan on. They're doing a dream tan, all that stuff. So finally get on stage, and and I said to myself all along, I said, I'm gonna try this once, just once, and I'm not gonna do it again. That's it. Well, I got on stage, and all those lights and those people and I was like, I am doing this again.
So you weren't afraid at
Loved
all?
it. See, you got hooked. I got hooked.
No, I was.
It was good. It was a good fear. It was like that nervous energy that takes you to another level.
I was nervous because it was something I had never done before. It was
stepping out of your comfort zone.
Exactly, and that's a huge point to make. If you want to see changes, you have to step outside of your comfort zone.
So was it a rush being up there with all that
Oh my God! I was like, I am a ham. I'm like, I loved it. So, So I said, let me try this again.
So now, with that being said, here we are to present day. I think that with most competitors, it's keeping the balance between family, life, work, and relationships. And we know what it's like to carry that Tupperware when everybody's going to the restaurant for so-and-so's birthday party, or bringing it to work. We had talked about fit shaming, and that sometimes that does go on in the subculture of work and the people that we're around, because they see you.
People that aren't doing what you're doing.
What you're doing.
And I've had people make many comments to me, and
really,
I've had.
Which is bold of them,
people actually,
because here you are trying to do better yourself, and however that may look, they feel like they need to interject what they want.
The way I look at that is, we're all, as individuals, we're all different, and that's what makes the world, what it is. I mean, if we were all the same, it would be boring. We would never have advances in technology or anything. I mean, if we all thought the same and did the same thing, we would never have room for advancement, or so the thing is I respect whatever anybody else does with their lives, and I expect them to respect what I do with my life too. However, that's not always going to happen.
Right.
I've had people make comments to me when I was first decided. I've been doing this, like I said, for a while, and back in, I think it was 2011 or so, I decided to take a few years off, because it's always, again, to find that balance, to do show after show after show after show. It's just, it's not healthy. You need to have a balance in your life. So I took a few years off, and then I decided after 3 years that I wanted to do this again. And so I, started prepping, getting on stage, and I was at work, and some of the people that I work with, they're all very understanding of it now. They know, and they're supportive. But in the beginning, someone, they'll make comments like, "Oh, you lost an awful lot of weight," or "You don't really look very healthy right now," or but people don't understand. I'm losing weight, but I'm still maintaining my weight, because I'm actually changing my body composition. So I'm leaning out, but I'm maintaining my muscle mass. So I appear to be thinner, but I'm really the same. So I've had one person said to me, "Well, I don't like that look," and I said, "I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me."
That's great. That's a great answer.
And you choose to do things for yourself that you have, that makes it enjoyable for you, or that you enjoy doing. This is something I enjoy doing, and don't judge me. I don't judge you. If you want to go to the bar every day after work and have a drink, good. That's what you like to do. I like to go to the gym every day after work. That's what I like to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's different.
Right.
So with that being said, what would you tell our audience about how to help them step out of that comfort zone to try something different, knowing that they might get some unwanted feedback from people that are close to them?
Well, what I would say is first of all, you have to set realistic goals for yourself. Perfect example, my mom, she's so cute. She wants to get back into shape. So I said, okay, Mom, go to the gym. So she's starting to go to the gym. But you don't, second day after the gym, my leg is killing me, it's sore, what happened? I said, you can't overdo it. You have to
do it all the same day.
Exactly. You can't do everything at once. So what I would recommend and what I would suggest is that you say, you know what, today is the day I begin my change or my journey to healthy, on the road to wellness or to become healthier. I would say, I'm going to join the gym today, even if I go for 20 minutes.
Versus nothing at all.
And
that's awesome.
Right. No workout is a bad workout. It's like...
no workout is a bad workout.
If you go and you set foot in that gym and you do a little bit, it's better than sitting at home on the couch eating a ding dong or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
and we kind of were talking about this earlier, that it's not about the one big moment that you do something, but those small
baby
things
of chipping away,
that you chip away and over time.
And
because you didn't change your body for your competitions overnight.
Exactly.
Like, how many months do you put into preparation for that?
Exactly.
And how many moments do you have day after day that you have to make that conscious decision that I'm going to do it this way because I know the outcome at the end of 6 months is going to be this.
Exactly. And you have to, that's what you have to do. You have to see it from that perspective. And even because you have to understand, everybody has different fitness levels.
Right.
So, and especially since I work with a population that is older and not well, at my job, what I say to them is like, they get so discouraged if they can't walk. And I say to them, well, you're sick right now. You didn't get sick overnight.
Yeah.
You're not going to get better overnight.
Correct.
So it's going to take and I tell them, just like you just said, baby steps. And each little step adds up. And one little step is one big step at the end of a few weeks or a month or whatever it might be. So again, baby steps, starting at the gym. I'm going to go 15, 20 minutes today. Great. I'm going to do, when I'm there, I'm going to walk 10 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'm just going to go over and check out those machines for 10 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us here on the Collective Chat. Our special guest, Stacy, had great tips on just taking those small baby steps. So hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and we are welcome to questions. So thanks again for tuning in.